This is the Transformers Generations Titans Return Fortress Maximus with Cerebro's, his head, and Cerebro's head, Emissary, the Titan Master. This is, I think there's only one in this particular wave, the Titan class Titans Return Transformers. And I'm not in my usual review spot for obvious reasons, because this thing is huge. Let me give my first thoughts on this figure. It's a redeco or a repurpose of Metroplex. And because it's a repurpose, there are limitations to this figure. And I believe this use of this mold is less superior than Metroplex. Metroplex is still, I think, the better figure. The figure looks great in robot mode. It gives so much nostalgia from the old G1 Fortress Maximus, which I never had. I never had a G1 Fortress Maximus. I was for a while hunting it down, but now that I have this, don't really need to hunt it down. So I can't show it to you because I don't have the G1 Fort Max. Its alt modes, the base mode, and the vehicle mode or the battleship mode is really just mediocre for me. It doesn't really do much in terms of playability. The transformation is very simplistic. And what really is selling this figure is that it is a huge robot with electronics and fantastic articulation. The transformation is, again, a little bit too bland for me, which I'll discuss. I've modified the base mode, which I will show you later, my transformation. And before we begin, maybe I should show you the box. Here we go. Oh, no, you can't see it this way. Let's show you the box. You've seen this in my haul video. As you can see, he's got weapons. Well, at least he's got a main gun. But when you open it up, there is no gun, no sword, no nothing. This is like the economy version of Fort Max. If you want the one with a sword, you can get the San Diego Comic Convention exclusive. And there you go, some pictures of other Transformers. I'll show you a scale comparison with other Transformers. Some artwork here, nothing at the bottom. The box is about the same size as the Metroplex box, which is, I'm going to show it to you. So, very, very cool looking robot. And you can pose him. Let me just stand him upright, so you get to see how tall this guy is. Let me see. The joints are really tight, at least for the elbow, the knees, elbows, the limb joints. They're very tight. Even the swivel. Okay. So he doesn't have weapons. I'm sure if you have extra weapons from Metroplex or anything like that, it would fit him. Okay, so there he is. Now you can't see him. Okay. I guess that's okay for now. Just back it up. And I'll probably back him up. See if you can see that. Okay. How's that? Nah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So he's pretty big. How big is he? He is about as tall as Metroplex. Put Metroplex here. There you go. I think Metroplex is still the better toy. There's so much playability about him. The vehicle modes and the base mode for Metroplex is so much better. He's got more guns. This is the Hasbro version, incidentally. But this guy, I think they spent a lot of money for the Cerebros and Emissary gimmick. So that's why they didn't have as much to go with in terms of accessories and playability. But he's beefier, so you can see the feet are a little bit bigger, but they're very similar. It's a remold of the legs, but some of the leg parts have also been used, like the hind parts of the legs. The feet look a little bit similar. The arms a little bit similar. Shoulders are different. Obviously, the torso, waist piece is different, but it's sort of like that. Okay. All right. On to the electronics. The electronics are activated by this button, which actually just activate the electronics on Cerebros. So he just, and we just lost electricity. Did we? Anyway, so see this button like pushes up on this part of Cerebros to give you that sound. This is the part that makes the sound for Cerebros. And it's just random. There's no arrangement to the sound. So those are the sounds. It doesn't have the theme song or the tune of the Transformers, which might have been in some of the San Diego Comic Convention exclusive. So here is Cerebros. We'll start with him. There is a switch right here, right there, that gets activated when this piece gets transformed. Right there. And it comes with it changes the sounds. This is now a different set of sounds. See, because of that. So Cerebro, transform him. There he is. Sorry, my lighting's bad. And then and he's got some decent articulation himself. The arms got swivels and ball joints. The legs got some articulation. He even has no waist swivel. And here is Emissary, which you take him off. And there you go. There he is. Let me see. He's not coming into focus. Okay. He's painted. At least the face is painted, I think. But everything else is unpainted. So, yeah. All right. We'll keep them. We'll transform them now. We'll prepare them for vehicle mode and alt mode. So, just turn him into like a tower. Like this. Oh, sorry. Like this, but keep the feet transformed like that. So that's his tower mode. And there is a switch right there underneath. The battery pack is also here. You unscrew that and you flip it open. And there's like a hole right there, which gets activated when he is combined with Fort Max later. Okay, so just prepare myself to transform this guy. He's kind of difficult to transform. No, it's very simple to transform, but difficult to handle. That's what I wanted to say. Very difficult to handle, but the transformation is very simplistic. I should show you the sheets, the literature that it came with. It's got this card, some tech specs, a decal sheet. It's just not as difficult to do. And then here is the instruction sheet for the decals, and as you can see, the transformation is very, very simple. You just raise up his arms, and then he becomes the Battleship, and that's it. And then for base mode, it's like from Battleship, you just split the legs, and that's it. And that's, you put Cerebros, and that's it. Just split the legs, and that's the base mode. So Battleship, base mode. Just split the legs, and it becomes base mode. Join the legs together, and it becomes a Battleship. And you got to open a little bit something there. Just open a few panels here and there. But I thought it was very simplistic, and I thought there must be more to the base mode, which I'll try and show you later. Okay, so let's transform him. Again, very, very simple. Move. Can you see? Okay. Over here. This one is very loose. This particular piece, I don't know how to tighten it. Maybe with some floor polish or some. But the clearance is very loose. It's a very big clearance. It just doesn't want to stay in place. So they don't even tell you how to transform the fists, and they just assume that you know how to do it. So we'll do it this way. And this thing, it just moves up and down for no reason. I don't know, maybe it has, but it just... I felt that they had a lot of ideas for this particular figure, but they just couldn't do it because of budget constraints. So just put him down, like that, and right here, there. Just fold the feet, that, and there you go. Put these up. There he is in battle station mode. Maybe I can go on the other side. Yep, there he is. And he, oh. He sort of rolls. There's wheels. There's wheels underneath. Which I can show you. There's wheels here, here, and there's wheels right here. And he does roll nicely in battle station mode or battleship mode. And then Cerebro's just hops on right here, and here's that switch that activates that other switch inside Cerebro's. Let's see. Come on, man. He doesn't want to go in. Okay, there we go. And activates that sound. So there he is. That's just it. That's everything, and that's how you play with it. You put some toys there. You can put the other figures. I suppose we'll do that. I'll show you the comparison later. So we'll probably have him in a seated position now, and then there is a part here which you can activate now if you want. This is in base mode supposedly. You open this chest piece, and out comes this thing. It's like a turret. Oh, you can't see it. Show it to you. So here, there's a turret that comes out, and that's where you sit a Titan Master. He doesn't sit very well, so you can turn him around there, and that's it. That's the entire base mode, the battle station mode, which just kind of sucks. And then to turn him into his city mode, you just do this. Let me see. Okay, just split the legs. I'll show you. That's it. This thing has no purpose at all whatsoever, except from aesthetics. And then you got to open this port, and that's it. That is base mode. And I thought, man, there's got to be more to this. But before I talk about that, let me just compare. Let's put some toys on him so you know how he looks like. So those are like deluxe class figures. Voyager class figures would obviously be too big. Here is a Legends figure, which fits nicely there. A Legion, or a very smaller Legends figure. Let's see. It'll also be okay. Titan Masters are there, and a vehicle mode Legion figure or Legends class figure. So it's okay. It's a nice city. If you have Blaster or Optimus Prime, you can combine them. You can put them here and make that whole Autobot city. I don't have Blaster. Optimus Prime is not transformed yet, so you can put Optimus here or Blaster here, and it would form sort of like a city. And yeah, playability, there's nothing much to it. There's hardly anything to do. Sure, this thing might fit here, and yeah, so we'll get rid of that. But I'll show you my modification for the base mode, which I thought was a better version of the base mode. Let me just put the camera back on the tripod. Okay, now I thought since he had some of Metroplex's parts, maybe we could transform the legs, like, oops, sorry about that. It's too shaky. Oh. I should do it on the bed. See if I can transform the legs. I thought let me do it on the bed so it doesn't shake the camera. Put it up and then open up this part. Sort of raise it like that. I don't know if you can see that. So let me finish it. Okay. All right. Raise this up. And then for the arms, I thought just maybe fold it up like this. Okay, and then raise the whole assembly like that. And then just lower this. Ah. And yeah, let's see if I can put it back. I thought this was more substantial in terms of a city or a base. Like that. Did you see that? So yeah, I thought if you expanded most of the parts, you could, let me show it to you, you could turn them into a real looking functioning city. More than just spreading the legs and like that. I thought this was a much better rendition. It's your toy, you can do anything you want to do with it, but with this kind of setup, I thought this was amazing. This is the Fort Max we've all come to know. And yeah, definitely this is the one that I think if I had to display this one in city mode, this has got to be my city mode. So the figures will still work. You put blur right there. You can put wheelie. Oh, okay, wheelie. Yeah. He's not gonna stay there. Put wheelie there. Put Optimus somewhere here, right here. Megatron, yeah, whatever. He's turned good now. And yeah, it can function. You can still put Blaster here. You can still put Optimus Prime here. And I thought this was I think a better way of transforming Fort Max. And it really reminds me of that whole G1 thing. And all those gimmicks will still work if you press this. If you want the original Fort Max sounds, you just unpeg this part right here, and you can press it, and it's back to that robot mode sounds. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this very longish review. The figure's just gonna get a 9 out of 10 for me. I think there had a lot of ideas with it that went with it, but I felt they didn't have enough budget to really execute those ideas. I think it could have been better, but in itself, with all that nostalgia and G1 aspects about it, I thought it was great. The robot mode really did it for me for this one, but the alt modes are a little over mediocre for me. If you do your own setup, maybe it looks great, but as it is what it's intended to be, it's just okay. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Transformers Generations Titans Return Fortress Maximus with Emissary and Cerebros, and here's my modification for the city mode. Thanks for watching.